Hello and welcome, Pauleh here, and I'm playing Banished. Now, just a little bit of an update on what's happening. It's currently year 48, late spring, and yeah, things are going quite well. So, just to recap, I had a population decline and I managed to fix it by getting a town hall up and getting some nomads in, and from there we've just steadily been growing. So, I haven't really expanded my houses, so the population's sort of been around the same amount. We've started to stockpile food and so on. I'm at the point where I'm ahead. Same with wood and firewood, so that's all stocked up. We've got plenty of clothes, and the medicine just hasn't gone down. I did increase the herb limit, but I haven't assigned anyone to work yet, and I'm just wondering if I should or not, because if I can avoid, I mean, maybe no one's been sick after all these years to the point they do need this medicine, but we'll see. I may end up assigning someone there just so they can collect medicine and then or collect herbs, and then put it in the trading post to trade stuff. Okay, so one thing I've done is I got the schoolhouse built, and that's been, teaching people, and we are currently 97% 97% of the populace is educated, so we're almost at 100%, which is pretty big because it means that everything's way more efficient. And something I've just thought about is that I haven't looked at the cemetery in a while, and I guess it's still got plenty of room, so not many people have died, but yeah. And yeah, not really much else has been happening apart from, survival. I will point out that a child named Demon was born. I don't know where he's gone, but he's out there somewhere. Let's see if I can find him. He may have died of old age by now. Oh, here he is, Demon. He's 45 now. I remember when he was just a wee lad. But yeah, I figured that might have brought around bad times for the town. But in fact, we just lost Rohan there, so that's a shame. I keep seeing all these cool, funny names coming out, which is quite cool. We've got a lot of old people, but we do have plenty of young ones to sort of keep the town going, so I'm not too worried. Plus, I can always get nomads in if needed. So, one other thing I'll point out is that we managed to trade for some chickens. I got a couple of chickens here. Inventory. I don't know how I get the chickens from there. I figure it won't be hard, but anyway, I started building a pasture, and I placed that here. It's probably too big, and I might need a smaller one, but I'm not worried about it at the moment. But yeah, we need to get this sort of built, and then I'll have a farmer there, and we'll get chickens over there, start breeding them, and so on. So there's that. But yeah, things are going quite well. Now, I did build a quarry over here, and I currently have about 4 people working in it. And it's pretty good now since most people are educated, so it's going quite well. I wanted to get the stone up because I'm starting to replace like the main roads with stone, and I'm starting to replace some of the houses with stone. So that's my goal at the moment. So before I expand any more, it's to replace all these with stone, and then I'll just continue on. I'll fill this little area first. And I think what I'll probably end up doing is expanding in a different direction, because we're just running out of room, because I've got my, forester's lodges here, and over here, so I've got to be careful which way I go. I did trade for some wheat seeds as well, so we do have wheat. So we've got basically every part of the what citizens need for a good diet, a good healthy diet covered. So we've got your grains, you've got your meats, and you have your I want to say fruits, I guess it was. There was 3 of them it listed off anyway. I haven't bothered filling back up the fishing dock just because it's always been massive disappointments, but now that people are educated, it probably won't hurt. But we'll see. We seem to be doing such a good job in collecting stuff from various places. Almost 2,000 produce collected from this gatherer's hut, so we shall see. I've basically expanded this all the way along. I'm just like so OCD, I have to have everything like the correct size and it all match up, so We've got these intervals, and I'm probably going to build another storage barn here and here when the time comes, but at some point I will build a massive storage area somewhere, a stockpile somewhere else, but just trying to squeeze it in anywhere at the moment is kind of tricky. I want to try and avoid building in these areas. I don't want to remove any of the trees. In fact, this place looks more crowded than it used to be. I'm assuming it's all these trees that have been planted and have grown, because this absolutely looks crowded. Look at it. I don't think I ever noticed that before. It wasn't that bad. Same for this area. Alright, anyway, we've got people dying off. How many labourers do I have? I don't have enough. I ended up getting a secondary woodcutter, which has been pretty useful. Now I've got 1,500 stored logs. Every now and then I'll keep just raising this up. Better to keep it sort of, you know, stockpiled as much as possible. I'm not really using any wood except for when I build and so on, so you know, I can't really complain about that. I could do with another builder though, that's for sure. In fact, I don't know. Oh, is it because okay, I think I know where. I was gonna say that house has been under construction for a while, but nothing's happening. It's because this house is being built, and I accidentally messed up here. Let me go ahead and I misplaced the road, as you can see here. So they started laying this down thing as I was trying to remove it. Okay. Well, we're actually reached our log limit. I think I need to raise that. I don't think there should be a limit on any resource, to be honest. I know I can run out of room, but it really isn't that big of a deal just to make more stockpile areas. I imagine I'll get to a point now where I'm just running out of room, but until then, I'll just keep them at it. At least I don't have to worry about replacing their spots. I mean, as soon as I expand, food and firewood is just going to drop instantly. I know that much for a fact. I was contemplating building a stockpile, like, I'm gonna build one here. Oh, we did have a fire as well. The blacksmith burnt down, but I was able to quickly rebuild it. It didn't spread, so that was good. Someone just coughed. Is that a bad sign? I wonder. I do have a hospital, I just gotta get someone in there to man it if necessary. So like I said, we're okay on wood. I guess I'll just assign this person to become a... So we're getting low on gatherers. We've lost a couple of people. You see everyone's get to that age and they're all dying off at the same time, which is kind of a pain. I mean, we got the church, but I haven't had to have anyone work there because no one's been depressed or anything, so... So, and I've got 4 stone cutters bringing in stone, which is pretty useful. I'm not going to assign this person anywhere yet, because we're about to get this made, so that's more important. And 100% of the populace is educated, so that is good news. That is good news indeed. I'm happy with that. Okay, so let's have a look. We've got a lot of food. Lots and lots of food, plenty of wheat, lots of different fruits and whatnot, and some meat. Not as much meat as I'd have hoped, but I'm guessing it's getting eaten first. I have been contemplating setting up another hunting cabin somewhere else, but that will happen later. At some point I'd quite like to make a mine. I've been sending people off to gather stone and whatnot, but the surrounding area is pretty well picked clean. I'm having to send them out further and further, which is getting dangerous, so I'm going to be very careful with that. But yeah, things are going quite well. I'm quite happy. Seem to finally have a village that's surviving. And I can't say I actually struggled with this town this time round. It was quite easy, apart from that one little bit where I almost lost it, but I haven't been sort of, you know, on the edge of my seat the whole time, struggling to just try and get it surviving. So if you do things correctly and you don't sort of overextend, it's quite easy to get going in this game, which is good. So quite like to check out the pasture. I haven't messed with that yet, so I know you can split animals up, breed them, and watch out in case they catch a disease, so you do have to be careful there. Well, at one point all these storage barns were absolutely full just because I had about 8,000 food, but now... Oh, I think it's because the marketplace is taking it all. That would explain it. All the food gets carted off here straight away. And it's never completely full, so the storage barns never actually get filled. But hey, that's cool. To be honest, the stone houses look a little less cheery in comparison. It's so dark. Okay, so I have one spare labourer. I'm going to go ahead and increase the person here. And we're going to raise chickens. And I have no idea how this is going to work, but hey. Rock and roll. If they can keep breeding them, that's going to be awesome. Renewable food. We've got a trader. What do they want to trade? They want to trade more chickens. More chickens? I could potentially grab some. Could potentially. Maybe just get an extra chicken to help with the breeding. I could get 2. The hide coats are actually worth quite a bit, which is quite nice. Just get this right. Overpaying by 10. Nonsense. Alright, and we'll just knock that up. So yeah, certain traders do require certain things to trade. Okay, so we've got 4 chickens now. I think that will work out quite nicely, and I'll go ahead and dismiss him. I probably want to get different kinds. In fact, I probably should have put in an order to get some sheep or... Yeah, sheep would have worked well because I could have had the coats, and that would have been good value to trade, but also keep everyone warm and so on, so... Are you going to go collect them chickens? How does this work? Like, how does this work? Like, how do I get said chickens from this area? Oh my god, they're gone. Oh my god! Look at the chickens go! There's like no one there supervising them or anything, they're just going straight to the pen, they just know. That's some smart chickens. Okay, I was at least expecting him to sort of walk, you know, walk along by, you know, like a shepherd would, or a, you know, like a herder of some sort, just with his stick, just tapping the ground behind him. But okay, that'll work. That'll work. So I can't. Whoa, hang on. Okay, so if I can get about 30 of them in here, then that's fine. So we can just slaughter any, you know, after that number. That'll be cool. So we'll keep an eye on this, see if the number goes up. I'm quite excited. I wonder if I'll get eggs from this. I see like an egg basket over there. Does that give us eggs? Does that give us eggs? It gives us eggs. Holy cow, that is awesome. Oh, that is awesome. Okay, that is cool. Have a nice big chicken farm, bringing in more eggs. That's more food. Only one guy needs to take care of it. It might not bring us in that much, but hey. We could always kill the chickens afterwards. Yeah. Progress. Okay, so another person that has aged. And I think I need to put the points into farmer. Farmers currently are like big way of getting food, so I want to make sure we actually collect the maximum amount. I could make another stone cutter, keep getting that stone in. Yeah, I'll do that, because if I can get the the stone coming in, I can go ahead and continue to upgrade these houses. And we'll go ahead and upgrade this house. Oh, and I'll point out that I did build a boarding house prior to starting this, so whenever whenever someone gets their house redone, they've got somewhere to go wait, so they're not kicked out in the cold. But yeah, it's going quite well. Quite well indeed. Oh, we've got 5 chickens, they're breeding! They're breeding! So I do wonder if I need a second pasture somewhere to just move people to in case anything goes wrong. So I may look at building that next. So I do have room here. It looks like it would fit another crop field, but maybe a secondary pasture would work. I can also build here. We'll see. So we hit our limit again on wood and firewood. Okay. Well, how do I do this? Do I keep raising the amount of wood I have? Like, how are our stockpiles looking? They're actually looking quite full. Okay, all of them do. So they're all going to be pretty full soon. So we've got this bit of an area here. It's kind of out of the way. I can probably fit something else in. Before I build a stockpile, I'll just quickly check. See, a fishing dock here. How would that work? I want to say that would cover quite a lot of water, but I don't know if it's as much as what I've already got covered. See, that looks better than what I've already got set up. I mean, right now it covers a lot of water, but I don't know, it just looks better. So yeah, actually, yeah, wow, that actually does get quite a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and set this up here. And we'll get fishing going again. Maybe I'll just deconstruct this, but I will need another stockpile. That didn't solve my little problem I've got going on now. So the question is, where do I build my next stockpile? See, all this I'm trying to save for when I expand houses. It's tricky. So I suppose I've got this little bit here. See, building over here is kind of away from everywhere else, which is a little weird. Alright, can't go at the back of those, okay. I suppose I could just squeeze them in wherever, or I could just do this. extend these out a little bit, although that one could be extended quite a bit. Too bad I can't build them like that, that'd be cool. See, that's going to look really ugly, but I'm at the point where whatever, doesn't matter. There, we've got some extra stockpiles. I can always remove them later once I expand, you know. I'm just wondering if I want to continue cutting down trees, but I may hold off for the moment. Don't want too much. Anyway, that's cool. It's giving us eggs. I like that. Anyway, things are going well, as you can see in the town of Hope. We're at year 50. Everyone's alive, completely happy, completely healthy. I mean, I don't know what else I can do. Anyway, that's it for now. Thank you for watching, and join me next time.